y'all, F-Word Ranger guy. You recognize that noise? I'm sure you've probably heard it. And if it's happening to you, I'm going to show you a few things that you can do to fix it. So the job, it'll probably take you half hour, maybe if everything goes as planned, as long as no bolts are seized up. All the tools I needed were 15, a 16, a T45, and that's just because of mine. The aftermarket one I got from Rock Auto took the T45, but the factory one is an 8mm. It needs to be a thin socket to get off the old tensioner. So you're going to want to put your 15mm socket on the bottom tensioner pulley, and you're going to want to push it down or clockwise to release the tension. And I'm going to pull it off of the top pulley just so it slides off easier. In theory, it helps if you have the proper tool for the breaker bar. And there's that. Now when you're pulling it off, you want to kind of try to just visualize and see how it comes off, just so that it's a little easier when you put it back on. It's a little tight in there, so it's kind of hard to see. You don't want to. Then I inspected the belt. It's the original one. I've got 66,000 miles on the pickup. I didn't see anything visibly wrong with it. It's still probably a good belt, but being 22 years old, I'm going to change that also with the pulleys. Now I'm going to use my breaker bar, 15mm for the top, because I can reach it actually. Now these things are going to be very snug, so in theory, that one was not. That's kind of concerning, but now I don't think my top pulley is the one that's making it squeal, but I figure if you're going to change one, you might as well do them all just to play it safe. See, this one's still fine. Bearings sound fine, so that's good. Now it does have this washer on the back. You want to be sure that you put it back on so you can snug her down tight and it'll still spin free, or else it will not spin. And the same with the top. It's got this washer. It sits in there just right. Then you got the new one that I got from Rock Auto. Fits snug, nice. Same thing. Want to make sure you get this screwed back on correctly. So that it can go on tight. And then back to the idler tensioner. Do it counterclockwise. Again, it helps if you have the proper, they sell tools just for it. That's a long extension. Oh, don't knock your knuckles. That one came off pretty good. And as you can see, this one is about due for a changing. I'm hoping that with the issue still being there. So it's kind of a funky thing. You can't even really see in there. I'd use my phone to kind of see what it was. It ended up being an 8mm without focus, and it's got to be freaking tiny because the hole is very small. So it's right in the middle there. It comes off pretty easy. It wasn't as tight as I thought it would be, which was kind of strange, but oh well. And there you have it. So it's the original Ford. It's probably tired, so I just want to change it just to be safe, in case that is the issue with the squealing. It's very hard to get your hand in there. I got fat hands, so it's a pain in the butt, but there you go. Now when you're lining your back up, there is this little nipple there. Same with the new one. You want to make sure that you get that in there, obviously, before you start reefing down on it. This nipple right there, and let's see how. All right, so first issue with the new Torx bolt is there's not enough room for me to put my socket and the Torx on there. So we'll have to figure that out. If you're curious, Ford made this beautiful little catch tray that you can drop your tools into the bottom. And if you do drop your tools in there, it's just one 10mm bolt and just lift up, and it comes off of that bracket. So you can get in there and get your beautiful sockets you dropped. All right, so I need to pick up a stubby T45 apparently, because it doesn't fit. So, all right, so I was able to get it tightened. It's the next day now. I went and got a Craftsman T45 for my 3/8 ratchet. A little shorter. I still had to push back on the fan a little, just so that it was straight with it, so I didn't strip it out, because that would not. And now I can put the top pulley back on. Again, it's a 15mm. That bottom one was the only thing holding me back, so this is a tight fit again with that goddamn fan. I put my socket on it just so it's a little bit easier to have something to grab onto while you're finger tightening it up. Now when you're getting this one tight, you want to make sure that you get it very snug, because you do not want this one flying off, destroy your fan, your radiator. So I'm getting it tight, and then I'm just going a smidge past. And you want to spin it, make sure she free spins. It's nice and new. The new bottom one, nice and smooth. So again, when you're going to go put your new belt on, it's a 16mm. It might differ from brand. They might choose a different size, but for this one that I got from AutoZone, and just the difference from the old one, it goes down so much easier. I'm not forcing it too hard. So I'm gonna guess it was definitely the tensioner that was bad, and we'll see in the startup. It sucks you have the AC charging thing here. That's one thing that's kind of gotten in the way with my forearm. But got the new belt. Fish it around the damn fan again. Be nice to have some electric fans in here. Get rid of that. All right, that was a real pain in the ass, but it's done. So you just want to make sure you're double and triple checking that everything is lined up, all the teeth are in, nothing's crossed, so that way you don't shred your new belt. Check, make sure you got everything out of the engine bay, just so nothing can fall and hit your fan. And we'll start her up and see if she squeals. Now that's nice. Appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully that can help you a little bit, and drop a like and subscribe if you could. Comment if it helped, or if you have any other ideas that might make it easier. Thank you.